Howdy. We've been talking this week about joy and creativity. And today I want to talk a little bit about what joy and creativity are not supposed to be. I want to read from Exodus 15. Then Moses and the people of Israel sang this song to the Lord, saying, I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider he has thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. This is my God, and I will praise him. My father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war, the Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host he cast into the sea, and his chosen officers were sunk in the Red Sea. The floods covered them. They went down into the depths like a stone. Skipping ahead. For when the horses of Pharaoh with his chariots and his horsemen went into the sea, the Lord brought back the waters of the sea upon them. But the people of Israel walked on dry ground in the midst of the sea. Then Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a tambourine in her hand, and all the women went out after her with tambourines and dancing. And Miriam sang to them, Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider he has thrown into the sea. Now, we're able to see that the people of Israel were able to use a very difficult time in their lives and to triumph over it and to utilize that as an inspiration for song and dance and a chance to find joy and creativity together. Now, this is a good thing. The other side of this is what it was that they were running from. So, in running away from Egypt, from being able to find freedom away from Pharaoh, we also see a dark side of joy and creativity. You see, there is a debate in regard to, well, were the Israelites really slaves or were they indentured servants? Or was there some sort of actual correlation between them and the pyramids? I'm not going to go into all the argumentation. What I will say, though, is that there is proof that people who were building the pyramids were actually found compressed in between the blocks. And there is reason to see that, based on literary evidence, that the people of Israel were in Egypt against their will. The thing is that in building something like the pyramids, it was meant to praise the Pharaoh, but it was at the expense of the people. And that there were so many ways in which people were being used and pushed whenever it ended up being costing them even their lives. Now the thing is that oftentimes when we're looking to find joy and to create something, it's very easy to say, I'm going to get this done and I will make sure that I find my joy and I create something no matter the cost. But oftentimes the cost isn't something that we incur. It's something that other people have to bear. Sometimes we take from others in order to create something ourselves. Or sometimes people end up being taken for granted or abused in the midst of it. Sometimes we take resources that were meant for others. The thing is that when we look at limitations, it's not a way of saying, okay, how do I get around the limitations? But sometimes our joy and creativity is found more especially when we are dealing with the limitations. I can't go this route, but what if I tried another route? Well, I can't find joy at this way. What if I tried to find it a different way? So, in looking at joy and creativity for our lives, the question is, are we doing so taking other people for granted? And in so doing, are we truly bringing praise to God?